Hey everyone.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
We did it at the same time. Hi. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you all so much for
Fuck you. We're your combined co-host for the evening.
Literally joined at the hip.
Cartographer
Brownie. Brenelope.
Brenelope, yeah. You're our co-host, the chat. Please do not be dissuaded by a horrific figure. We are still beautiful. And thank you so much for joining us again for Fantasy Class. Be not afraid. And for joining us again for PowerWash Simulator. We had a lot of fun this weekend. We did a bonus stream. It was fun.
You had a lot of fun this weekend. I had to deal with a broken computer.
I was sickies this weekend, so I don't consider that having a lot of fun.
I have a great time whenever I'm sick.
I am so glad. And you know what? You know what else you can have a good time with? Considering joining our Discord community. We do have a Discord community with a custom URL. It's www.discord.com/fantasy sauce.
That is literally the only selling point of our Discord community, that it has a custom URL.
I make art on there. You can also check out you can consider subscribing to us here on Twitch. We'd very much appreciate your support. And you can always check out our VODs on YouTube and for any VOD in the last 30 days on Twitch itself.
Yeah.
You like my segue skills? I did a great segue there about having a great I should be in sales.
I think you should be, and I should be in whatever the hell you do.
Yeah.
Let's just switch jobs.
No, I don't want your job.
No, you don't want to work in
marketing?
I like my job.
No. I don't like talking to people, which is weird because I'm talking to all of our lovely chat right now.
Well, you're talking at them, not with them.
That's completely fair. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get in there?
Their voice is predicated on you looking at the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the equivalent of occasionally just like sticking your fingers in your ears and going la 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 la. Either way, I'm gonna get connected up. We need to pick a job. Do we want to do clean the bungalow, clean the playground, or do a nice little job, clean the dirt bike?
I need you to invite me before we can.
I can't do that. Yeah, I have to get in the game first.
Let's clean the dirt bike. Fuck it, that'd be fun.
All right, nice quick one. All right, this is for a guy named Joe Average. All right.
Average Joe.
Yep. That's the joke. So glad you got that. Yodi, calm down. I'm getting into the game. Just let me get Penelope to join first.
Game.
Christ.
Game.
Oh no. Wow, I have a lot more icons at the bottom of my screen than I remember having before the computer crashing. There's a story behind that. I'll tell it once we get started. Friends, sign in. Okay. I'm signed in. You might be able to join now.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a thing I can do in this game.
I could also just invite you. Oh no, the Steam overlay is not loading. You're gonna have to join from your end.
Cool. I mean, I'm already doing that, so it's nice.
No tech issues, guaranteed.
No tech issues, guaranteed. Trademark.
Wait, you're red now. Oh no, now you're blue. All right. Hey! Stop! Come on, give me a second. What? I need to change the game.
What do you mean?
There. All right.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on, I need to move the names. I need to move the name. Don't talk. Don't say anything. If you say something, it'll switch scenes, and that'll be bad. Don't do it. I know you wanna. I'm just gonna keep talking so that my auto switcher doesn't. Okay, now you talk.
Ooh. Did it pick up my ooh? Did it hear me ooh just now?
If I answer, it might accidentally switch back.
Yeah, you just answered.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right, back to the game. Back to the action. Right. Your side looks good though. The stream from Parsec is looking good.
Nice.
Hey guys, just confirm for me, the chat, if you can hear the music on Penelope's feed. You should be able to now.
I can't hear it, but that's okay.
Is the game volume reset? Ah!
Mine's normal.
So.
Maybe yours is different because maybe it didn't save your settings files or something.
There we go. It could quite possibly. No, it's just loud. Okay, so I turned down the water volume completely and it didn't do anything.
Okay. Did you hit apply or whatever? Or?
Oh, your water volume is different from mine. What
really?
the fuck? So like mine, I can't hear mine now, but I can hear yours. Fuck. Hang on.
That's amazing.
I gotta see if I can fix this shit. Is it ambience? Not ambience. Keep going. I promise we guarantee no tech issues.
It's okay. I'm gonna be talking for most of the time while Chris is managing things.
Wait.
So
am I still just hearing you through the?
Hearing me through the what, Chris?
Hold on. Stop spraying.
Okay, I'm stopping the spray.
Where? Oh! Hang on. Another tech issue has cropped up.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna continue spraying while you're fixing that, so that way I'm entertaining our lovely viewers.
Yeah,
I am entertaining. Fuck you.
I'm gonna. You know what? Shit! I'm putting my foot in my mouth again. I'll just be quiet.
So entertaining. I'm gonna sing a Hosier song for everybody while I'm working here.
Okay, go spray. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It was coming through your parsec. I just didn't have it perfectly set up to do the thing. Incidentally, your spray volume is so loud from your side.
That's amazing. I love that about myself.
Please fix your set. Oh, no. It's still doing that parsec thing, by the way. Don't switch away.
Is it really? God damn.
Okay, well, I guess can you change your parsec so that it's not limited to a specific window, so when you switch away, it doesn't do that? Either one works for me.
I don't know if I can change that on the fly like that, can I?
I think you can, yeah.
Let me see. Hang on. Oh, my button's not there. Hang on, let me pull up my parsec.
Okay. More technical difficulties with your hosts, us. I didn't have anything clever to say there.
Huh.
This is what we get for having a nice, beautiful, complex stream setup, everyone. You're welcome. You asked for this.
No.
Host settings.
I'm in host settings.
No, approved apps. Approved apps. Turn off approved apps.
Okay. Does that mean I have to pause my Spotify?
Yes. Fuck.
Okay, I can play in silence. That's fine.
Actually, well, hold on. Don't do anything. Stop doing everything. Stop it. Okay, now turn on your Spotify.
No, it's okay.
Turn it on.
No, it's okay.
It's already on, isn't it?
It's not on.
Okay, well, there's audio coming from something over there.
It's not from my Spotify.
Where's it coming from then?
I'm not hearing anything.
Your parsec is like lit up. There's sound coming from it.
I don't know.
Is it the ambience?
I don't think so. I mean,
can you hear the wind noise in this room?
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, can we really need to synchronize our settings.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me turn off the wind.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch to main so that it sticks to my. Hold on. There we go. It sticks to my screen. I'm gonna show my settings, and you're gonna match them if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna open up. So okay, so it's your, what is your audio? Yeah, okay, so hang on. Why is your master volume so low?
Because I like to be able to hear your beautiful voice.
Yeah, I'm not turning it down that low. My master volume's not going below 75.
Oh, is that because you don't like my voice?
I love your voice, Chris. Your voice is excellent and amazing.
Your
That being
actions
said,
tell
I'm
me
not.
otherwise.
I can't hear below a certain threshold, Chris. My hearing's not that great.
Your hearing is based on motion? Like a velociraptor?
I'll kill you. I'll fucking do it. There. That's as close as I'm willing to mimic yours.
Okay, so you've all right. Well, I guess we'll have to do. It'll have to do. This. All right. We're 99% cleaned. I have contributed so much to this job.
There.
Wait. Press E. Can you just like check to see if you have like extensions unlocked right now?
Oh,
good. Okay, so those are unlocked for you. And then nozzles, I bought a new nozzle. It's called the turbo nozzle. It does little circles.
Ooh.
Yeah. Up. Job complete.
Yeah.
All right.
This is so.
It's gonna be a time lapse of just me standing in one place for a while. Here we go. Heck yeah! All right, bungalow or playground?
Let's do playground. Fuck it.
Oh hell yeah! The guy's name is Park Warden. Ooh, we got a ladder now.
Good. Ooh, nice.
Hell yeah!
Hang on.
All right. That's. There's shit everywhere.
Oh wait, this is a perfect opportunity for me to draw. Hang on.
Children are filthy. Look at this. It's covered in shit.
What am I drawing today, chat? Let's find out. Hang on, let me see here.
Give us your drawing suggestions for Penelope. She'll draw almost anything that you request.
Putting me on the spot there, Chris. Let's see here.
Well, you know what they say. I'm your art pimp.
No, you're not. That is no one says that.
Yep. I have you on contract.
Let me see here. I think I can do this freehand.
It's a verbal contract that I'm totally not making up right now. Hey, could you just give me a quick yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
If I could. Hang on. Let me see.
Why am I walking so slow? I guess it's just the big plays. Oh, your walking speed changes as you look down. That's weird. You know what? I'm here for it. I can just do this nice, slow, relaxing spin around. Is this making you nauseous? Chad, is this making you nauseous? Okay, time for the story while you draw.
Okay.
So, over the weekend, and those of you on Discord have heard some of this while I was panicking my ass off over the night between Saturday and Sunday. Basically, my computer was crashing a couple times. It started on like Friday, Thursday, and then it happened midstream on Friday, and then twice on Saturday. And so I was like, all right, maybe I try and fix this. So I started doing some some stuff to like try and check if my hard drives are broken or anything, or my solid state drives. Fucking only a plebeian uses hard drives these days. Wow. They're not very expensive. Get an SSD. You know who you are.
I have an SSD.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the chat. Shush, I'm preaching. And, well, anyways, then on one restart of my computer, it, like, blue screened during boot up. And I'm like, oh no, page fault or something like that. And I was like, oh no. So I looked up the error, and it like, would not boot. Every time I tried to boot it, it just gave the same error. So I looked it up, It was like something to do with memory or like maybe a driver's installed improperly, and I'm like, okay, there's very little I can do if the computer doesn't load. Let's try a few things. Nothing worked. So I was like, shit. All right. My latest backup was in December. I've done a lot of shit that would be a huge pain in the ass to do again in OBS for like the stream. I toil so hard for you, chat. And so I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to use the backup. That's the coward's way out. I'm going to install a new version of Windows while trying to keep all of my files. And I have to say, the like 12 hours or so it took me to fix this, most of it was just waiting for shit to like files to transfer, basically. It kind of sucked. And the entire time was like, this happens every time my computer stops working. It's like I can't sleep while my computer is non-functional. So I just had to stay up all night. And now my sleep schedule is fucked. But good news, my computer is working better than it ever was. Probably because I really, really, really shouldn't just keep carrying forward my files and everything, like my Windows installation, every time I upgrade my components. A fresh install every now and then is probably for the best.
Yeah, probably.
Especially since I think that was the Windows install that I like from when I upgraded from Windows 8.1 to Windows 10. So like there is some garbage from like that upgrade process, I'm sure. Anyways, computer is working smooth now. It's great. I'm happy and totally not tired still.
Methinks I messed up my drawing.
The good news is I am prepared for these eventualities and keep several backup SSDs and computer components around for just such an emergency. I will never be without a computer, ever. I even have a laptop and my old desktop components so that in the worst case scenario I can just like do stuff from my laptop or set up my other desktop. That sounds like hoarding or over preparedness to some people, but to me, it sounds like a functional human being. And I will not take any criticism to the contrary. Send help. How's it going over there,
I ruined that. I was gonna do like an eyebrow arch on this, but this is what I got. If you want to see the actual one for this, I actually drew this and it's inside of our chat. Did I put this one on the server?
This one looks good. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Okay, good. All right, time to get rid of it.
You did really good. Look at that.
Yeah, actually,
hang on. Can I? Before you get rid of it, can I try and modify it slightly?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I don't mean to modify your art.
No. Go ahead. This is a critique. Go ahead. I'd like to hear it.
Okay. Let's see. First off.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Okay. Oh, saucy. I like it.
Okay. And then we're just gonna go a little. Huh. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the little things. Oh, wait. Let's draw a body. Hold on.
We can't draw a body with what we have left, do we?
Hold on. I can make this work.
Okay.
I can go. And then.
That's so evil.
Yeah. Cobalt.
All right. I was wondering if you were to screenshot it or something. Be like, hey, this.
Hey, chat, get a screenshot.
Well, if I don't collect one, they'll collect one. If no one collects one by the end of the stream, then I'll just go back through the stream and get it myself.
Yeah, we got high quality footage. Only available on YouTube and Twitch. If you're not on there, why are you watching our video on Bilibili?
What the fuck is Bilibili?
It's Chinese YouTube.
Oh yeah, because they have the great wall. They have the great firewall, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Apparently, there's like a pretty significant culture of just like people who re-upload YouTube videos to Bilibili just so that China has access to them.
Oh,
and
wow.
Even though those people don't have the rights to those videos. Linus Tech Tips had that issue, I think. And Wormwood had that issue as well.
Interesting. I mean, that's still cool. I mean, getting people access to videos they wouldn't otherwise have is still cool.
Like it's a really cool thing to do. It is also technically a property rights violation or whatever, copyright violation. But usually the YouTube channel owners just go, hey, you know, this is nice. How's about we just like pay you to do this, and you make sure that all of our videos show up on Bilibili. And like, and then we own the channel on Bilibili, so we get the payouts from the ads or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that's the best sort of compromise, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. It feels like this. It's in the same realm of like the FBI, instead of like incarcerating hackers, just like hiring them.
I mean, that might be a bit more ethically dubious, but I understand that.
I don't think it is.
I think it's like, if it's your freedom, it's your freedom or your work. It's like,
well, no, because they still get paid, like very well. Like those hackers get paid with a capital like P. Besides, realistically, hacking is like one of those like crimes that are. I mean, considering all the stories.
Don't get me wrong. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about hackers. Like they can do whatever. That
is a crime that has a spectrum of what's the word? Of alignment.
Like I really don't think hackers are really unless they're like really shitty people and they steal money from charities or something, which I don't think is very many hackers.
Shut down power grids.
Those kind of people like deny access. Yeah, okay, those kinds of hackers, they're awful. But I really think that like a hacker spilling corporate secrets, those people are so cool.
I mean, depends on the corporation, but yeah. Here's the problem. Like, if it's like exposing wrongdoing, that's cool. That's like Robin Hood hacking. You know, that's like
that's white hat hacking.
Not white hat. No.
That's gray hat hacking. I'm sorry.
Sure, why not? The morality of that is
hacktivism.
That's it. Hacktivism. Yeah. Whereas if you're like hacking a film studio or a game studio even, and like releasing a whole bunch of stuff that it has not been released yet, that could actually seriously harm all of the people who worked on that game's livelihood, because leaks are deadly to game releases, supposedly, from what I've heard.
I'm trying to figure out the strat here, because I feel like at a certain point, my extension and everything just... maybe if I use this one.
Oh my god, what are you doing? You're going for the long distance.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep walking up and down.
That's fair. You know what? I should stop doing that. Here, let's change tactics. I'm gonna go here. do zigzags. Just little happy zigzags. Chat, how was your weekend? Any stories to tell? Anybody had any fun D&D things happen in their games?
I had some fun D&D things happen.
Oh, do tell.
I would, but they all happened in your game.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can't tell people about it.
Fucking, you threw a boss into a lake? That's pretty badass.
I did?
No. Yodi.
Oh! Hell yeah! Did they die on contact, or did you now have a wet boss? They end up in liquid a lot? Ooh.
Oh yeah, this is like your mix Arkham game, isn't it? Where it's like, I remember there was like a Joker-esque affair you told us about the other, one of the previous streams.
Yeah, I suppose throwing them in the lake is one way to neutralize them.
Yeah.
Especially if they're made of sugar.
There was actually a resurgence in my D&D life, like a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I basically hadn't played any D&D for like years and years and years, and I was like, wow, I really need to get into D&D. And a bunch of people from my workplace had like a small group. And I was like, oh yeah, I really want to play like a bard. So I made a College of Eloquence bard. His name was Isaro. Very lovely, very strange character to play, very fun. But I made sure for this bard to make sure he had, I think, a 13 strength. Because I thought it would be funny to be able to shove people and do like a shove attempt. And the very first kill I got was shoving somebody in half-plate armor into off of a dock.
Oh.
That was my very first kill. And that set a tone. Half-plate, yeah. I shoved somebody in half-plate.
That doesn't seem like it would be heavy enough to like stop them from being able to get back up.
It was for them. I mean, they weren't that strong apparently.
You shouldn't be wearing half-plate then, it seems.
The good news is that, well, actually, I think I was the only lethal kill of that combat. I didn't mean to kill them per se, but they didn't ever come back up.
Oh.
So everyone was just like, okay, you're a psycho. Like, yeah, Isaro's kind of unhinged.
Oh no.
Isaro the Bard's so fun.
It's a good name for a bard.
Yeah, no, I based Isaro off of Isabelle from Animal Crossing. So I made them a College of Eloquence bard. And like Isaro was so much fun to play.
Oh
like in every way, shape, and form. Isaro has shaped my D&D experience.
Right.
So I had so much fun. Hey, let me get your mask real quick. There you go. Nice and clean.
Hey, there's something in Parsec that I'd like you to do when you have a moment.
What's that?
There's a setting that I realized we missed.
What is it?
It forces the full frame rate of your video to be sent. Right?
Okay. Just tell me the name of it, and I'll change it real quick.
It's just like forced frame rate or like forced 60 FPS or something like that. And it's.
Oh yeah, I have that set to 30, I think.
Oh well, there's part of it. And if you can switch that to 60 and also enable the forced frame rate setting, they're two different settings.
Where's the forced frame rate?
Great question. I'm not wholly sure. Careful, you're showing that on screen. It's small right now, but just maybe different monitor.
Yeah, I'll change it real quick. Hang on. Let me drag it over here. There we go.
All right. I don't think there's anything sensitive in there, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, not on this screen, I don't think. So.
I think this is the most satisfying way to play this game, or watch this game at least. He was on fire. That was healing him. Oh, so throwing him in the water was a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, you kind of got to question your DM and ask them, hey, why do you keep giving us bosses that require us to throw them in water? Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Chris has a good point there. But no,
I mean, don't kink shame them, but maybe just have a conversation.
But yeah, no, I'm actually right now I'm playing kind of like a pseudo one shot on my Sunday games. I'm not gonna. This isn't an explanation to Chris. This is an explanation to the chat because Chris is the DM of this.
I'm the one that facilitated it.
Yeah, it's tangential to our main campaign, where I'm playing a kobold draconic soul sorcerer named Keta. She's unhinged.
That's all draconic soul sorcerers are. It's just the nature of draconic soul sorcery.
Well, the thing is that she's unhinged in a sassy way.
Oh.
She's unhinged in a way that like, it's like, are you calling me short? I'll fuck you up.
I'll burn down your house.
Yeah, like exactly. That's Keta.
Did you make the decision that she was that way because she was a pyromancer?
No, I made that decision because she's a kobold, and I dislike the stereotype that kobolds are like fuck, that hurts my throat. Yeah, I don't think kobolds are very goblin-y. I think kobolds can be very diverse, and then we kind of looked at them as D&D mobs and like, oh yeah, these are goblins, which I don't think is very fair.
No, yeah. They're very similar though, but there's like nuances.
Yeah, I get that. There's like, but so I took Keta, and I thought, what can I do to make this character more fun and intelligible? And so I took my voice and I made it a little more nasally. So I turned my voice up like this,
which I love, by the way. It was a good call.
I changed the pitch of my voice very slightly, and I put my voice up like this. So when Keta talks, she's got sort of a nasally, sort of know-it-all kind of thing to her voice, but she's very sassy. She's not very smart. So when people come to her and be like, what are you doing? What's going on? She's always like, no, fuck you. I'm not going down for this shit. I can throw a fireball better than I can pick a lock or solve a math problem, but I'll still get the job done. So she's much more in your face.
Blow the door off the hinges. It works the same way, right?
Yeah, like knock is much better than a lockpick.
I mean,
to her,
knock feels way too precise. You know, just blow the door off the hinges. It'll take out the enemies on the other side and with it.
This is gonna be fucking fantasy sauce with Meepo and Keta in a second if we're not careful, and I need to be very careful.
I've got to say, when it comes to kobolds, I see the difference between them and goblins as kobolds are inherently like group creatures, and so that reads to me personality-wise as they are nervous as hell when alone, but so fucking like overconfident when they're in a group. That's the way I usually read them.
I can see that. See, the thing is that now that we've read some similar stuff, like I read the Legend of Pun Pun the Kobold, or the Life and Times of Pun Pun the Kobold.
That's the one, Life and Times, yeah. Life
and Times of Pun Pun the Kobold. I'm like, I can totally see why you hold those beliefs over kobolds. I can totally feel that sort of thing. And you know what? I really enjoy the alternate perspective of Pun Pun on the formula of kobolds. I really enjoy that a ton. Pun Pun to me is really cool, and I'd love to play a character like Pun Pun one day. I don't think Keta is really that, but Keta to me strikes me as somebody who is always looked down upon because they're short in stature and short in temper, when in reality she considers herself and the work she does to be incredibly important, and everyone else to be dismissive, even in times when they're not trying to be.
I will say...
So she's got like an insecurity to her, which I really like to come out a lot.
Right, which is an excellent like role playing decision. I love that. You're a great role player. I just want to I want to put that out there. I know we talked about compliments last time. That's one of my like biggest compliments for you. You are a great role player. Because I have experienced like a pretty wide spectrum of like role playing ability, and to be fair, it's not like a one-dimensional scale. Like there's different aspects to it, and like being good at a whole bunch of those aspects tends to just lead to a more well-rounded role playing experience. That doesn't mean that somebody who has like one thing that they're very good at when it comes to role playing, that they can't be like play a good character. It just means that they're not as versatile, right? But what I gotta say, that every character I've seen you play, even like the stuff that you did as a DM, has thoroughly impressed me. But on the topic of kobolds, I will say that like the biggest thing that I love about playing kobolds, and it's why I tend to always go back to playing them, is that they just lend themselves well to a character that is that starts with very little and has a lot of potential, like room for growth. That's what I love about kobolds, especially for long form games, like games that are gonna last a year or two. Because you can easily like just start out as an absolute gremlin, like, or even a coward, and like that's normal for a kobold. And then you can, but they just have so much potential, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I really enjoy this dip into kobolds, and I think if we do another, like when we do our D&D campaign after the one we do on Sunday, I think I'm gonna play another kobold. I'm hoping that Mordenkainen's kobolds are the thing, because I prefer them over Volo's kobolds.
Yeah. I mean,
I think they're more interesting.
I've got my gripes about the Mordenkainen, like the Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse kobolds. I think that the decision to give the player characters a completely different stat block than NPCs is kind of bullshit. But I gotta say, the actual like balance of the like traits, the features and traits of the Mordenkainen kobold, I don't have a problem with. I like the way they're built. The draconic roar thing I think is lackluster, but honestly, the Volo's Guide kobolds also had the problem with the Grovel, Cower, and Beg. Like both of them are very, they just don't feel right for most characters. Like your character is kind of pigeonholed either way. Everything else about them though I love. But at the end of the day, it's just like, why is your kobold so radically different from every other kobold around? That's the problem that I have with the Mordenkainen stuff. Actually, like allowing players to play them, by all means. Oh wait, we didn't mention? I have an and I really hope this doesn't start a flame war. The one decision that I like making, that a lot of DMs are like so scared to do, or they think that it will break their game, is give player characters the option to have a flight speed. You know, like, I mean, thematically, there needs to be a reason for it, and it can't be a manufactured reason. But for example, the main crew for our Sunday game, like the one that we're going to go back to once we're done this like little side track, has a tiefling with the optional characteristic of wings, and that has not broken anything. And even this like side crew, your kobold. I offered you the option I offered you the option to play a winged kobold, and
so much fun.
Yeah,
it doesn't break anything.
It doesn't break anything, exactly. Like, to be fair, if the whole party had wings, then that might break some things. But
there's
the rest of the party not having a fly speed does tether the flying character in most scenarios, because it's not tactically advantageous for one character in most scenarios to go and like fly or even just like run, you know, a significant distance away from the party, because then there's like no way to get to you if something goes wrong, or vice versa. You know?
Yeah, I get it. Yodi, you can post the cold word. Go and throw that in the tabletop discussion in our server. I'll take a look at it when I have free time.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to read. Never too much Kobold content. I find it's kind of nice to be able to get some new stuff. So
for sure.
But yeah, no,
I think what problems they're trying to solve.
I think you're right, and that flying speed oftentimes isn't too much of a difficulty.
Yeah.
That being said, I think the reason it's not so much a difficulty is because we have players we can trust won't abuse it. Like you trust me not to abuse the flight mechanics.
I don't think there is as much opportunity for abuse as everybody else thinks. I mean, to be fair, different DMs, different DMing styles, and different campaigns may change this, but as long as you know, don't place things in high up spaces and expect them to have to go through rigorous skill challenges to get to it, like don't railroad your challenges is the main reason. You know, you
no. There's a combat abuse you can do with wings. I don't know if you know about it.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so I totally see what you're talking about. I'm sorry I interrupted you. That wasn't very cool of me.
You really didn't go for it.
The abuse I'm aware of is if you take a character that's capable of doing like efficient grappling, like if you take a fighter with Tavern Brawler or a monk or anything like that who can do grappling effectively. Mm-hmm. If you grab an enemy, you can fly very high into the air and just drop somebody by grappling them and then using fall damage every round. You can mess somebody up real bad.
The rules already account for that. When you are grappling a creature of a similar size as you, your speed is halved. You will not get very high up.
I mean, what if you have enlarge on you?
And every round, what?
What if you have enlarge?
Well, then you're burning a spell slot to do something, and that's a good synergy. That should not be limited. You're free to do stuff like that. You burned a spell slot to do that, and you're also burning your actions every round to fly higher. But even still, like, you need to be 2 size categories larger than something in order to be able to grapple it and move it with minimal difficulty. Like, so if you're a medium-sized creature, for example, even if you enlarge yourself, you can only move small-sized creatures without that movement penalty.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I mean, by all means, if you want to burn your resources to do something that epic, that's perfectly reasonable. Like, the DM shouldn't limit that. That's like that's the trade-off is you by all means and are allowed to like pool your resources to do something super epic, and I'm okay with that. I
might give that a shot sometime. I think but I don't think it's a very effective thing in every situation.
No, it really isn't.
If you're in a cave, that build doesn't make sense.
Well, the other thing is like that doesn't scale with level. Like that strategy doesn't scale with level. So the higher your level gets, the less effective it becomes. And to be fair, like there are other like broken strategies, like a flying character flying up as high as they can and then having somebody polymorphing themselves into a whale and landing on the battlefield. Like that's a strategy. It won't work in every scenario because if you're inside, that's not going to work. So like there's trade-offs, but that's a strategy that I don't think is unreasonable because it requires setup. There are trade-offs. And
what would you say if somebody was like there's creatures that have a swallow, right?
Can I just pause this conversation for a second to point out that the cute name for this slide over here, it's called the Stego slide.
Uh-huh.
Just like all one word. It's I don't know why, but I just find that adorable.
Yeah, it's cute.
Heck yeah. Sorry. You were saying something?
So like how would you rule if like say a creature or a player was playing and they have access to polymorph and they were swallowed by a creature. Because certain creatures like the froghemoth can swallow other creatures. And they decided to polymorph themselves inside of the monster. How is that something you would rule like as possible?
So, I would first have to double check because I believe I've heard other DMs talk about this. I've never had to adjudicate it myself. But there might be something out there that easily handles that. Either a well-made homebrew rule or a or something actually in the official content. If all of that wasn't available, and I had to rule a situation where a character was about to get very large inside of another creature, let me think here. The problem with something like that is that it could go one of three ways. It either has very little impact, in which case the answer would be you get spit out before you get large enough to cause any damage. It could work very well in your favor, in which case the other creature explodes as you effectively, increase their size from the inside out. Or it could go very badly for you, in which case you attempt to get larger in a space that it does not accommodate your size and take a whole whack load of damage as the spell effectively catastrophically fails. And the thing I would do is I would make a decision in my brain. I would not tell the players the first time they try to do that what will happen. And that changes the situation from something broken to a risk-reward calculation for the players. Now, to be fair, once they know the answer, then they can abuse it however they want. But that answer might be different in each scenario, depending on what rule I've come up with in my brain, right?
Yeah.
That's my answer to those sorts of problems. You don't give the players an answer until they try to do it, until they actually commit to doing it. And but you, of course, as a DM, need to be trustworthy enough to, not totally fuck over your players because you think that they're trying to break your combat encounter. And I think the biggest part of that is, as a DM, I don't take ownership of anything. Once it is being played, like it is in session and happening, it is the group's property, and like that is the biggest problem I find that a lot of DMs kind of run into. And to be fair, that's a natural human response to want to have ownership and take the credit, so to speak, for the really cool combat encounter that you've developed for the players. But there's a limit to that, and you kind of got to just let the players have their own fun and try to have fun alongside them when they do stuff like that. And it's a trust thing, to be fair. The players need to have a level of respect for the DM, and the DM needs to have a level of respect for the players, and everybody needs to play along and share, basically. But I mean, that's not too difficult in my experience to achieve. Just make sure that you don't have shitty players at your table.
Well, yeah, that's always the struggle too. But
don't start a battle of one-upping your players, or don't make it a us versus them scenario, because that's when you get into problems of your players abusing the rules to try and break your combat encounters. That's where things go wrong.
Definitely,
I don't know. This conversation could go on for a long time, and I get the sense that not everybody watching our stream is going to be into D&D, but yeah, that's kind of my strategy, is just I don't know, be reasonable and let the players do what they're going to do, as long as the rules, which are very well play tested and kind of account for everything already, do what they're supposed to do.
Oh, that's completely fair. That's completely fair. So
that said, I'm not condemning. I'm not condemning any DM that disagrees with me. By all means, if you find that your table works better a different way, don't hesitate to run your table your own way. I'm just saying that's the way I do it, and it works for me.
You know, this reminds me for some strange reason. Before we started streaming, you told me you had something that you regretted. You mentioned it was your intellectual property. You didn't have to preempt me at all.
Yeah.
And I've been curious about it ever since. Like, do we want to talk about that now, since we're kind of getting away from this conversation?
Ad break's coming up. I'm going to tell it then. So,
okay.
If you're in the chat right now and you want to hear this story that I'm going to tell to everybody, Penelope's already heard it. But if you guys want to experience that, get subscribed, or you can also watch it on the YouTube VOD later. It will be in the VOD.
Yeah, for reference, I have no idea what Chris is going to mention, so this is probably going to be at the very least interesting. He says I've heard it, but I'm not sure what.
Oh, I'm sharing this for the chat. This is not going to be much for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To be fair, like that. Oh, no. We're done with the D&D talk. Gosh, I could keep going forever about that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So you're not going to tell the. Nope, that's still D&D. You know what? No, this is storytelling that everybody can enjoy. And you're not going to tell the chat about what happened on Sunday?
Yeah, I could tell them. We're involved in this prison break-esque affair, and we've just begun. We moved out of the planning phase. We went into a whole. We went through a sewer system, and using intel from a reliable source. Reliable.
The Rat King.
The Rat King. We made our way. We fought these cultists, they were cultist guards in a sewer in Baldur's Gate who were standing in. Presumably, if the Rat King is being real, which I hope he is. Otherwise, we just murdered a bunch of people who may have been just normal people. Anyway,
they were hanging out in the sewer. I mean, there's got to be some nefariousness happening there, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, did you see that elf, the one with the hair? Like, yeah, then that guy was pure evil, obviously. Anyway, so we one of our players caught lycanthropy or ursanthropy, I think is the one where it's where it's
in D&D, it's all called lycanthropy, but I think you might be right. I think if you want to go like the proper Latin term, it'd be ursanthropy.
Yeah, so it's like werebear. They call it the werebear virus, or the werebear curse, I should say, because it's not a disease. Is it a disease? I forget. I forget if it's a curse or
it is sort of both.
Okay. But yeah, one of them caught the werebear curse disease. I'm gonna call things that from now on. I'm gonna call certain illnesses curse diseases.
Oh my.
Fucking chlamydia. Oh, you got the chlamydia curse disease? Oh boy. No. Oh boy. Oh no. I don't want to take that any further because it could be very insensitive to people who are deal with illnesses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that bit there. But yeah, it's just going to be used for people who catch the clap, I guess.
Yep.
Remember, everybody, use protection.
But yeah, you guys basically fought through a sewer because you're trying to get underneath the prison to get into it. Is basically the summary there.
Yeah, I could pull up my D&D notes and tell you, because I'm after the session 4 last, I've literally been writing down basically everything.
It's kind of been worthwhile because there's a lot to remember when it comes to like the planning phase.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole reason why they're doing this is because the cult that's in the campaign. One of the like leaders of the cult. I know. One of the leaders of the cult basically just kidnapped some of the main party's family basically, and is using them as leverage. And so they had to like split their attention to rescue them both simultaneously so that neither of them dies. And so a new party was formed, sort of. To basically go deal with the one family while the other family is saved by the main party. And that's going to be happening next, which is I'm super excited for. Ad break.
Ad break.
We're not going to stop cleaning because I don't think you're going to lose anything if part of it's more cleaned after the ad break. But actually, I suppose I do need to stop cleaning, but you can keep going.
Okay.
Because I want to tell a little bedtime story.
Oh, I see.
So Penelope, the other night, I think it was last week, just out of the blue.
Can I tell this part of it?
Go ahead. You tell your side.
So, I was having a rough time getting to sleep, and I deal with dissociation a lot. I deal with some mental stuff just because of a lot of issues from my past, where a lot of them just kind of creep up on me, and sometimes it means I have a terrible time sleeping. So, and I remember somebody woke me up.
Oh, right, yeah, it was a Discord notification that woke you up.
Yeah, and I keep my Discord notifications on because I moderate some Discords, so I keep them on.
For doing it, but okay.
Well, no, just in case anyone asks me in an emergency, so like I just keep that. But a couple of people did add me. I think you added me as well, just out of the blue because other people were adding me.
It was early enough that I didn't think you were asleep.
Yeah,
you were like really tired that day, so you were sleeping way earlier than usual.
Yeah, I needed that recuperation back. And then I messaged Chris in a DM like, "Hey, can you tell me a bedtime story?" And like the most wonderful person in the entire world, and also the most romantic, he did. He told me a bedtime story. And it was really wonderful.
Gotta some words like romantic to me. Jeesh.
Oh, it was. I mean, it wasn't like romantic in like the. You told me like a really romantic story, but it was romantic in the way it's like.
Oh, in the classical sense.
No, in the little KSR sense, but it was romantic in the fact that you did that. It was really nice and sweet of you.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I've never had to like make up a bedtime story before. Let's give it a shot. And then I was just like, okay, just gonna lean in on the D&D themes that I'm used to. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bedtime story. I apologize if I put you to sleep. And also, you're welcome. Once upon a time, there was a magical land. Oh, wait. No, turn the music off. There we go. Oh, wait. I don't have any magical music to, like, put on for this. Damn. I don't have anything prepared. Whatever, go on, quiet. Shh. Once upon a time, there was a magical land. It was a land of dragons, and elves, and light, and shadow. In this land, a forest with amazing creatures existed, and beside it, a small town. It was a town of humans and halflings, but also was the home of a reclusive elven wizard. This wizard did not leave their tall tower, preferring the smells of their musty tomes over the smell of the forest, and the light of their magical lanterns over the light of the sun and moon. The townsfolk didn't understand her, but she was content, and they didn't intrude. Until one day, the wizard heard a knocking on her door. Confused, the wizard went to her door and opened it, squinting into the bright outside light. As her gaze drifted down, she found a human child, smiling up at her with a basket of flowers in hand. "Hello, Miss Wizard," the child said. "Greetings, child," the wizard replied with confusion. "Do you want a flower?" asked the child. "No, thank you," replied the wizard. "Okay," the child concluded before turning and skipping down the street toward the next house. The wizard was confused as she closed her door and went back to her studies. The next day, the same thing happened. "Do you want a flower?" the child asked. "No, thank you," the wizard responded, confused. "Okay," said the child before skipping away. And the next day, it happened again. Then the next day. And the next day. Until the wizard, so baffled by the actions of the child, decided to question them. Child, I have never bought flowers and do not like the outside. Why do you keep coming back each day to offer me flowers, knowing I'll say no? The child looked down in thought for a moment, before smiling up at the wizard. I gotta keep asking. Why? Asked the wizard, flummoxed. If you change your mind, and nobody is there to offer, you won't be able to get any flowers, replied the child, as if this was the most obvious thing in the world. But if I change my mind, I could just walk outside and find flowers for myself, the wizard said, trying to get the child to see reason. The child was unmoved, simply stating, But you don't like to go outside. The wizard had no response to this. Then the child asked again, Do you want a flower? And the wizard, contemplating the definition of insanity, surprised herself as she said, Yes, I would like a flower. The child beamed the happiest smile the wizard had ever seen as they picked the perfectest flower out of their basket and held it out for the wizard to take. And as she watched the child skip away, the wizard closed the door with the flower in hand and simply couldn't bring herself to let that perfect flower wilt and die like she had planned. So she pulled out one of her teacups, filled it with water, and for the first time in years, opened one of her curtains to let the flower bathe in the sunlight. The child returned each day after that, handing the wizard a new, different flower every time she said yes. The wizard, knowing that a teacup isn't meant for flowers, had to go outside to buy a flower vase for her flowers. And she realized that she didn't mind the sun, or the smell of the forest, or the smiles and greetings of the people. And she was happy. The end. I was proud of that story, so I wanted to share it with you. I hope you all didn't mind. Did I put Penelope to sleep? Oh no. Oh no. Penelope was saying that she was tired earlier. Fuck. I shouldn't have done it. Penelope, wake up. Find a way to do it to shake up.
Why are you yelling?
Penelope, wake up. It's stream time still. This isn't the sleep stream.
I'm going to bed.
No. Shit. Shouldn't have told the story.
Do I have to? Do I? Fuck. Shit.
We gotta clean the park, Penelope. We're not done our job yet.
Neck. Ugh.
God damn it.
I'm gonna put myself over here. I'm gonna put my head down.
To see you crouched in the corner.
What was that noise? Fuck.
Spray you down.
I'm laying down. You hush.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy about my ability to make up a story on the fly. That was pretty fun. And I'll be honest, I wrote it with like the thought of a good bedtime story is written for a child, you know? It doesn't have any adult like themes or anything like that. It's meant to be simple, easy to digest, and kind of great for that subconscious brain you have, you know?
Yeah.
I personally have never had anybody read me a bedtime story. I don't think. If it happened, it was way before the time that I like remember. But
that was the first time anyone's read me a bedtime story. That was nice.
Oh wow.
I've read people bedtime stories though.
Yeah. I just wasn't that kind of kid. Before bedtime, when I was real young and I was having trouble sleeping, I would my grandmother or grandfather would rub my back, and it would calm me down. That was really nice. I tried music occasionally, but that just didn't tend to work unless it was like there was a threshold. If it was music I've heard too much of, I just got annoyed by it, and that would just make it harder to sleep. But if it was brand new music, I would want to listen to the whole thing to experience it, and so that wouldn't work. So it would basically have to be music that was in this middle ground, and that didn't really work well as a kid, especially since I didn't understand it at the time. Shower occupied? Oh no! Is there an intruder in your shower? I get the interesting shower experience in my house where there's only 2 showers in the building. One's in my apartment and the other is downstairs. But downstairs there are 6 people that fight for the shower, whereas I have my own dedicated one up here. Because it's my own dedicated apartment and nobody's allowed in here. Well, the downside is that we have the same hot water tank. So if I try to shower while someone else is showering, both of us are going to have a bad time because that water is not going to be the right temperature. But so even though we have 2 showers, it doesn't really work out. But at the very least, I have my own privacy, and I'm not taking up the only bathroom downstairs for everybody else who needs to use the toilet or whatever. Yodi just gave us 4 cats. I don't understand what that means. Can you translate for me?
I don't know. I'm sleepy.
Did it really? I feel like this is a bit still.
No, I literally leaned my fucking neck back.
Oh my gosh!
And
don't do that.
And then I heard you shouting me awake.
That was real?
Yes, that was real. Fuck.
Wow. All right, well, drink some water. It'll wake you up.
Your voice is very soothing.
I disagree, but I'll accept that it might be soothing for you.
It is. I like hearing you talk. This man hates his own voice. I love his voice.
I mean, I've kind of gone through waves of hating and being okay with it. There was a time when I was making YouTube videos and editing them and all that I listened to it enough that I kind of just got used to it, and then that stopped, and now I'm not used to it anymore again.
Oh, there's a hydrant. Hang on, where's my water?
Oh my gosh. You can't get so relaxed.
I'm tired. I work 10-hour days.
I'm glad that's going to be done soon. Because
yeah,
I feel like it's bad for you. Even though you get that extra day of rest, I don't think that's how the human body works.
It's not. I'm really stupid for taking this.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's also not cool that your work does a shift bid once every, was it 3 months?
It's later usually. I'm considering asking my current supervisor to change it so I can get my new position, but I think I'm the only person who can fill the current one.
Wait, so I thought your shift was going to I mean, isn't it changing end of the month?
It does, but I was considering asking my supervisor
you want to do it earlier?
See if to be like, hey, can I just have my new shift? Oh. But I doubt they'll let me.
I mean, ask them anyways.
I'm actually going to be doing a lot of training over the next couple of weeks for training other people into what I can do, because I'm a very specialized person in my department.
You're highly valuable, and that makes you an asset.
Yeah.
Hun, you're an asset to me. I value you very much. Is that?
Thank you, hon.
Is that romantic or highly business?
It's business, but I can tell you mean it as like a friendly person.
Good. Keep thinking that I mean it that way. I gotta keep her guessing.
There's the undercut.
Chat, I gotta keep her guessing. Hey, look, okay, I did some stuff that I didn't undercut today. I gotta undercut some of it.
Hey everybody, I gotta tell Chris something really quickly.
Oh no.
Chris,
hi.
I love you. You're wonderful and amazing and beautiful. And I love everything about you. Even the parts that sometimes piss me off. You're amazing and lovely. And if I got to hear you tell me things every single day from here until the end of time, I'd still be satisfied.
Wow. Okay, I'm just not gonna say anything to that because I feel like it's safer that way.
It's okay. You can because I want you to respond to it because you're the genuine human being I'm talking to.
Oh no.
So say whatever you gotta say, and I'll still accept you for it, even if it pisses me off.
Oh, well, I care about you too, but I still have some trouble with the L word because it's, I mean, it's a thing. I feel like a lot of people have the same problem.
It's cool. I get it.
Because it's, this is a topic that I want to talk about. The the word love it can mean a lot of different things, but unless it's like between family members, like people will misconstrue it. Like it's either family or romantic. Like saying I love you is not like typically between friends. And so when there's that like uncertainty, it can be tough to broach that, especially in like public settings with people that you're not extremely comfortable with, you know?
Yeah, but that just shows I'm extremely comfortable with you, and I hope one day you can find comfort in that too.
Hun, I get that, and but I like what I'm saying.
Do I
is
make
that
you uncomfortable when I say it to you?
No, it's not that. Like and this kind of like undercuts the message I'm trying to give here, and with this thing, it's not that I'm not comfortable with saying it to you. It's that like I don't want the chat or anybody like who's watching the video to misunderstand it. That's the problem. That's where my brain is. Like I'm comfortable with saying it to you in private because I know that we both understand what that means.
Yeah.
It's like I love you, bro, you know, kind of thing. But like obviously not with that specific. Anyways, so like that's the issue. It's
careful,
like
that foot was looking really tasty. You almost put it in your mouth.
And I'm not going to talk about how as a child, when I was flexible enough, I did try tasting the toes.
Every child does that. That's like a normal 5-year-old thing. Don't even worry about that.
I remember it being a little salty.
Oh, hello, first-time chatter, Maxwell the Ansith. Thank you so much for joining us. We're talking about our feelings right now. We're talking about how language makes us feel.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us. On the PowerWash simulator washes us clean, and so we're talking about our feelings.
Yeah.
But hey, since it's your first time here, I'm Penelope. He's Razor. You're the chat.
No, Penelope. Don't make such a big deal about the new people. Maybe they don't want that.
Oh, fair. Welcome anyway.
Yeah, welcome, and we're happy that you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You caught me. That's a good point. I need to stop making a big deal.
Because there's a spectrum. Like there might even be like lurkers, and we don't want to. We don't want to. If we call them out, then they might get spooked. They're like deer sometimes.
I'm a deer.
Not like you deer, but like deer. Like scared deer. Scaredy cats. Scaredy cat deer.
I'm
two different animals.
You're fine, Maxwell. But nice to have you though.
I know.
What do you mean you know? I was talking to Maxwell.
No, I was responding to Maxwell. Like we know you're not lurking. It's fine. I'm just saying, like we gotta recognize the spectrum.
I know. I'll get used to it.
Okay, now we made a big deal about making a big deal of things. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we like to talk about our feelings here, and it's nice to be able to talk about the language of feelings, because a big thing that I've learned, especially as a philosophy major, is that there's many different words to describe how you're feeling, and we, as a modern civilization, have disregarded many of them. And it's just because
it's also like cultural differences too,
right? Oh yeah. Like the Greeks, like the word love, for example, has like 7 or 8 different meanings in Greek. Because there's like a love of one's family, like you mentioned, a romantic love, a sexual love.
It also means zero sometimes.
Love. What?
I'm talking about tennis.
Oh. God, that was great. Oh, apparently they can barely hear us over the power washing.
Oh no!
Yeah, hang on. I'll turn my. Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Hang on. Let me switch it over to my side. I'm just gonna do a quick balance on my end.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable on my end. Now let me just switch over to yours and let's just see where yours is at. Oh yeah, yours is like real low now.
Yeah, I just turned it down. I don't feel like I'm getting any feedback now, though.
You can turn up a little bit. Like on my side, give me some feedback, guys. Is this fine? Like mine feels comfortable in my ears, so I feel like it's comfortable in yours. The issue here is that we're running 2 different audio setups through the same system, so it's like it's gonna sound different depending on. Mine is good. Okay, you can turn yours up a little bit. Like it doesn't have to be so quiet.
Let me turn mine up a little bit.
Yeah, give it a blast, and let me see what it looks like from your end. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
The levels look good now.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So yeah, no, so I was just talking about like, are we done with the floor? Oh yeah, it looks like nice.
Yeah, we even the edge is done. You already did that.
Oh, the insides of these playhouses need to be done for the floor. Let me get that done right here.
Oh, over here, the red.
Yeah, let's get that real quick.
Oh, yeah, the ding.
The ding. Yeah, there really should be a real life ding for things. When you like, Newt the other day said it best. Like, there should be real life dings for like if you do the dishes, ding. If you,
well,
you turn something in, ding.
With the direction that AI are going, that could be one good use for AI. Just like them recognizing when you've done something productive and giving you a little sound reward, like a dog. Oh no, that turned it bad.
Yeah, oh no. See, no, look, Pavlovian conditioning doesn't necessarily mean dog. It just means,
I know, but everyone recognizes Pavlovian conditioning to mean, you know, the conditioning you use for a simple creature, whether that be a dog or a child. And
everything's a simple creature once you get down to it.
Oh yeah. But like that you kind of like, that's a topic of conversation there. Like the actual the like science of sounds and like what that feels like to the brain. That's something that's a lot of really good companies like put a lot of effort into for their products. Like computer companies and stuff. Like game developers, like this game developer clearly put a lot of effort into that. Like sound design is its own field of study for that reason. Like sound is very important. It tells a lot to the brain.
Yeah, it's also super important to product test your games, because I feel like there's so much stuff you learn about a game through really good feedback. Like, I'm willing to bet when this game was going through development, the ding wasn't a thing. The ding was never a thing until super late in development even.
Possibly.
And I'm willing to bet the reason that it was, like, because if I'm a developer, I don't give a shit. Like, I'll put like a flashing icon thing instead, which is not nearly as good haptically. Because the feedback you get when you hear that little ding is endorphin inducing, because you know you just finished something you've been working at.
Yeah.
But if you I'm finally awake again, so it's kind of nice to be able to like. But like the thing is, like I would imagine the ding came really late in the development cycle, because that's
possible,
something you think about.
But at the same time, I think that there is. I don't think that's necessarily true, because this game wasn't developed by a single person. It's more likely that there were like a few teams. Typically sound design is like its own dedicated discipline, so like it's not like they're the same people that work on the like graphics are working on the sound design, right? And so I bet that might have been one of the things that was actually fairly early in the sound design aspect of it. Like, but and because that's not like a new thing. Giving like an affirmative sound response to actions, I mean, that's in Zelda, the da-da-da-da sort of thing. Like that's been around in so many different games. And so it's really just deciding what the sound is, and I think you might be right. I think the refinement of that sound might have taken a while, but I wouldn't say that they necessarily, it took them a while to nail it. This game wasn't in like early access, right? Like we wouldn't be able to look back and see that, right?
I could take a look, but I have to see if there's like a dev diary online.
Hey, Maxwell, thanks for the follow. I'm happy then that you felt confident enough in liking our stream to do that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a music producer in the making. Ooh.
Oh shit.
This is in your realm then. Wow. Good topic discussion.
Yeah, you should check out our Discord, and also leave your card.
No. We don't need sound designer. We don't need a sound designer.
We don't need a sound designer. I might want a sound designer.
Oh. Well, I mean,
I need sound for stuff.
If you join us in the Discord, then if Penelope ever wants to, she might reach out to you. Though I get the feeling that you might be still early in your career, and so if you're not comfortable with that yet, feel free to let us know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't want to make you feel like you're now required to leave me a card. It's just, if you want to, you are totally welcome to.
Yeah.
I like giving business to people who are just getting on their feet, especially when I have a lot of money to throw around, which I don't necessarily right now, but I do like to keep people's cards, and I like to go through a list of people who I oftentimes frequent with, like especially artists, to give them work. So
I feel like card is like that's a term that doesn't really apply in online circumstances.
Like card.io, like the card thing.
Oh, you actually mean like the CARRD?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have those these days, right?
I suppose, but like, if you don't have one, then you don't have one. Honestly
yeah, if you
speaking,
don't have
just
like
we'll remember you and might reach out if you're comfortable with that. But either way,
surviving on free software, that's rough.
We've known them for like 10 minutes. Like, let's leave them.
How often do you meet sound designers? I don't meet them very often.
I know, but like we don't need to make a big deal about it, you know?
All right.
But
you're
hey,
fine.
That's a really cool
totally
thing to do. Like I've dabbled in it myself, just like without any formal education, just kind of educating myself through Google and YouTube and all that stuff. And I gotta say, like that's a field where it's like this weird mix of science and like psychology, with sound design, and I would love to get into that if I didn't think that I would be horribly landlocked by my current location for that sort of field. I gotta say that the like entertainment industry, very challenging if you're not willing to move to like one of the few places in the world where entertainment's a big deal. To be fair, like as a Canadian, I'm reasonably close to one of those places, Toronto, but that brings its own problems. Toronto is like one of the most like inconvenient places to live. It's kind of like New York City, like Manhattan. Like it's really awful. You're fine with the attention. The funny thing is, I'm in a career school in the programming class. You plan on moving to Winnipeg? Neat.
Oh, nice. I am a bachelor of philosophy, which means I am practically broke.
Oh, that's what I forgot to say. Like, just circling back to that whole like feelings thing. Like we do talk about feelings a lot. The reason being is like not. It's for different reasons for each of us actually, and it's the reason why we talk about it so frequently. Well, first of all, Penelope is a philosophy major, and so I feel like
I'm a bachelor of philosophy. I have. Is
there a difference? Oh well, okay.
Yes.
Sorry, you're right. Well,
philosophy major.
Your bachelor is your major, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but the thing is like it's sort of like calling somebody doctor.
Oh, I see what you mean. So like, if you say philosophy major, it's almost like implying that they're still in school.
Yeah, and I just I like to verify, like, because I used to say, oh yeah, I'm a philosophy major after I got my degree, and I realized that I'm not telling people I have a degree. It's like telling people I'm still a student. So like, I'm just gonna say that I'm a bachelor of philosophy.
I get it.
There are people who refer to themselves as a bachelor of things like medicine, or a bachelor of the arts and such, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Only reason why I was phrasing it that way is because you don't just like have the bachelor in it, but you are also like interested in talking about those sorts of things. Like, if that makes sense.
1000%. So philosophy is one of my greatest passions in life.
Yeah, you're passionate. That's the word. And so it's you're kind of like an authority on that. Not to mention you are actually an emotionally well-rounded person. It feels like. And meanwhile, I am like so goddamn. How would you describe it? I don't understand emotions.
You struggle with feeling your emotions out in a way that's that's well-rounded.
Yeah. So to explain it, I know I have an emotional responses. It's just that I don't recognize them, like on a cognitive level, unless they are very intense.
Then the term often is referred to as is normalized male alexithymia. It happens a lot for men, especially. Okay. That's why it's called normalized. It happens so often in men. It's referred to as normalized.
Right. Okay.
And it's because of brain chemistry and referring to different sorts of things, but essentially it refers a lot to being unable to feel and judge your own emotional.
I'm sure it's also aggravated by the whole toxic masculinity thing that tends to happen.
Well, that's part. It might be circular. It might be like both of these things feed into each other.
I can safely say that I have not experienced a significant amount of toxic masculinity in my life, but even still, there is that like background radiation, so to speak. But yeah, I just don't understand what I'm feeling in most circumstances. So I tend to just like exist in this like understood level of contentment. And so it's real, but like as an intellectual, it's really interesting to hear like what somebody who knows a lot about that sort of thing to talk about it. And so that's why I tend to start conversations about that sort of thing with Penelope.
Yeah,
because like intellectually I understand emotions, like I know a lot about them, but like just it's making that connection with my brain between what I'm feeling and like what that is, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely. Lots of people have that. You know, it's really cool that you actually recognize it by yourself, because lots of people I feel like don't even bother to make that step. They'll just be like, oh, that's just how I am, and live in that forever. And I don't think that's very good for people to just live in that sort of response for the rest of their lives. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's good to improve yourself, and part of improving yourself is asking yourself, how am I feeling? How does X make me feel in regards to my life situation?
Honestly, like and the reason why we talk about this sort of thing is like I partially do want to make sure that the people, if you're out there and you think you're experiencing similar stuff, you're not alone. Like it's not just a you thing, and that's not. I hate to say like I'm not gonna say it's not normal, but that is like other people have a different experience sometimes, and so
it doesn't have to be the rest of your life if you don't want it to be.
Well, I mean, it's not that. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing to be that way. It's just like if you're interested in understanding how other people feel, and like maybe you've had difficulties in the past with connecting with people because they respond differently to the way that you say things and like that you weren't expecting. That's part of the reason. And that can be like a way of making your life a little bit better by just understanding that what other people feel compared to you. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to change yourself. Just it's an understanding thing.
Yeah, no, and I guess I can bring this up a little bit. Before I transitioned, I dealt a lot with alexithymia myself. I dealt with figuring out why my emotional spectrum was the way it was, and I had trouble dealing with my lack of emotional response to certain things. Like I just felt like I was trapped in the only emotions I really vibed with was the fight or flight response, really, which is I think very typical for a lot of men. But as I transitioned and as I talked to people and I opened up to myself a lot more, one of the things that happened was I got in touch with my emotions a lot more and learned how I'm feeling about a lot of things, and it helped me grow as an individual. So it's definitely something if you don't like it, you don't have to live with it forever. You can there are things you can do to be able to and there's help you can get. And not to say that you have to seek help for this. If you feel perfectly comfortable and fine in your own body, never ever feel like you have to change just because somebody on the internet told you to.
Yeah.
I want to preface that. That being said, if you ever feel like there's something wrong, talk to people, especially talk to people close to you, and just explain the thing as best you can, and try to find new words every single day to explain you better. Because as you grow your vocabulary about yourself, you grow your world to explain how you feel and who you are to other individuals. And the more words you know how to explain to you that you want to portray, it's like no one ever thinks they're going to talk about something until they're especially their emotions until they're right in the thick of it. So
sorry,
welcome to Fantasy Sauce, Maxwell.
We're getting into some deep conversations today, it seems. D&D and emotions.
Yeah. I think that's fine. I don't mind being one of the more emotionally invested streams on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'll kill the conversation here because I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this in case it's making somebody uncomfortable. But if anyone ever wants to talk, you can always just message in we have a Discord server. You can talk about it there. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing either.
Yeah.
Though I will say, just like if you're planning on doing that, start a thread for it, just so that just so that your conversation doesn't get interrupted by other people's conversations, and that you have your own like safe space for that.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and thank you for that suggestion, Chris. Yeah. I know that sounds like placating, but no, that was legitimately like a great thing.
No, it's fine. I do the same thing. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But what I was about to say was we might even want to go a step further than that. Since it seems like this sort of topic tends to come up relatively frequently for us, maybe we could create a channel that's just dedicated to kind of like a safe space channel. That might be a good call.
That might be good. I don't want it to turn into a vent channel. I don't.
No. We have our own vent channel already, I think. If we don't, we could make one of those too. But I mean just like a safe space for sensitive topics. If we didn't, if you didn't, I think I did. A vent channel.
Neither of us did.
Oh no, we made a garbage pile. We didn't make a vent channel.
The garbage pile is for memes. That's not for emotions.
Is that for memes?
Yeah, a garbage pile for beautiful people is memes.
Oh.
That's why I call it the garbage pile. Emotions aren't garbage. I'll make a. I'll do it right now. Fuck it.
No. We're not that far away from the end of the stream. Like we can hold off.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I'll do it after stream when I have an opportunity.
If you want, like leave a note or something. I don't know.
I will forget, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll try my best to remember though.
I'll try to remember.
Do you have cleaning solution yet in this game? By the way, I feel like I'm not.
We do, but only one person, only the main person has access to it, and honestly, I don't think it's necessary. It's more fun to power wash than because the cleaning solution just kind of like blanket covers stuff, and it doesn't really do much. It it loosens things up. It doesn't actually clean, and so it's like just use a higher power nozzle, and it'll take everything off.
The fucking towel forgets in the morning argument there. Just use a higher power pressure washer. It's just like, you know. God damn it.
What was that phrase you used? The towel forgets in the morning?
Yeah, you've never heard that phrase before?
No, tell it to me.
Okay, so there is a conversation that I heard, I think it was on Reddit, where it's like someone was asking about using like do you use a separate towel for your face and for your junk? Oh. And somebody piped in, I think it was the top rated comment was, you go from top to bottom. Yo, back from shower. You missed us talking about emotions, but we're also talking about
we're talking
how
about towels now. So
we're talking about towels after a shower. So you're
uniquely qualified to listen to our conversation.
Yeah, because someone's like, do you use separate towels for your face and your ghoulies? And the top rated comment was, you go from top to bottom. You start with your face and you move down and you eventually get your crotch and you hang your towel up and in the morning the towel forgets.
The towel represses those memories.
The towel represses those memories.
You know what's something that I kind of think about when it comes to stuff like that, and I think it's made the difference between me, how I used to be, where I was a very like squeamish person, and like if something felt dirty, I would hesitate to do it.
Later, Maxwell.
Yeah, have a great night. This is getting into a little bit more of an adult conversation, but basically, fuck it, like we cover adult topics.
Is this an X-rated adult topic, or is it?
Not especially, but slightly.
Okay, go ahead.
If somebody is willing to put my junk in their mouth, I think it's totally reasonable.
This was an X-rated topic.
I think it's totally reasonable for me to dry that area of my body after it's already been cleaned with the same towel that I use to dry my face. Okay? I don't think that's an unreasonable chain of thought.
I mean, for the first time, I think not for the first time ever, but for the first time in a while, I feel like I'm really in the same exact category as Razor. Like, where it's like, most
people don't talk about that sort of thing, but like that feels like a reason to not worry about that sort of thing, you know?
I just realized I'm spraying directly upward into this roof. I'm just showering myself in fucking shit.
Oh yeah, you are.
This is awful.
Well, this is the reason why you wear the suit.
Oh god, I hope all power washers get this. In the morning, the power washer forgets.
All the shit that you're being showered with.
Yeah.
My god, this playground is complex.
We're 3/4 of the way through. This took most of the stream.
Oh yeah. No, the problem with games like this is that it starts off simple, like jobs that take like 15-30 minutes, and then it becomes jobs that take 10 hours. And so if we keep playing this game on stream, we'll eventually get to a point where a location is going to take multiple streams to complete.
Yeah, we'll definitely play more of this game, I think, because it's nice to just turn my brain off and talk about it. Yeah, so this might be our Monday game for at least another couple weeks, and then see how we feel about it.
Yeah.
But as a brief reminder, we are still looking for game suggestions. This was fun. We've been talking about playing PowerWash Simulator for a while now. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna do another speed run sometime soon.
What game are we thinking?
I'm thinking about quite a few. I'm thinking of either taking another crack at Resi 7.
A redemption run?
Yeah, like doing a second, because the thing about speedruns is I should be practicing it and trying to get my time down. Mm-hmm. Like 2 hours and 21 minutes was the time. Is a personal best, but it's not really that great of a time. So I really want to practice that. Get that down a little bit. Yeah. I just haven't had a ton of free time to do that. Just beyond I
mean, it could also just be good practice to just casually do that on stream, you know?
Yeah, true. But I might want to do. Hang on, let me see. Let me pop out of my, because I had my Steam open. I was looking for stuff the other day.
Reminder: you're sharing your whole screen, not just the game.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, here. If you're gonna do something, I can just switch to my camera alone.
No, it's okay. I moved it to my other monitor. You're fine.
Okay.
All is good. I was considering doing a speed run of. I
just realized this whole time the chat's been over top of our the top left corner of the screen, which is not super great, but fuck it, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. All right. I didn't write it down. I thought I did. No. I have to look through my Steam list again. Fuck. Resi 4 was one I've been wanting to do because that's a game I have experienced speedrunning more.
Oh yeah, the original, not the remake, by the way, chat.
The original, not the remake. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I was gonna see about speedrunning the original Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition.
Oh my! You think that would be a single stream affair?
Baldur's Gate E? Probably. I could probably do that. Let me see what the. Hang on.
That sounds wild to me because, as far as I know, D&D is never a quick thing.
Let me double check. Let me see what the speedrun on the Enhanced Edition is. Let's see.
All right.
Speedrun is 16 minutes right now.
Holy shit!
Well, I guess I'm figuring out what that looks like.
How do you beat a D&D campaign in 16 minutes without it just being, you walking up to the god and getting bitch slapped?
I don't know.
Like, cause that game is a level up mechanic. Like, how? That's got to be like a significant amount of glitching.
Well, definitely, yeah. I'm definitely gonna. Woo. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to showcase like a fully glitched speedrun, just because there's like a level of knowledge that you need to have about the game in order to even understand what the hell is going on. Otherwise, it's just pretty colors on screen, Whereas like with that Resident Evil 7 speedrun that you did, it was like, okay, you're just experiencing the game very fast.
Yeah, for the most part, I didn't skip too much of the game, so I'll have to find a good candidate.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. I did it really, really fast.
Yeah.
I think because I'm playing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate EE right now.
Oh, you are?
I am. I just started another one. And I'll probably talk to you about it because it's running on 2nd edition, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. Doesn't both 1 and 2 of Baldur's Gate run on 2nd edition?
Yes. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 run on 2nd edition, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey,
Neverwinter Nights, I think, runs on 3.5?
I gotta be honest, you keep bringing up Neverwinter Nights. I did not hear about that game until you brought it up, and yet I've heard about Baldur's Gate, so...
Neverwinter Nights is I think, still regarded as an all-time classic.
Wow.
Yeah, most people, because they're both developed by BioWare, the makers of Mass Effect and of Dragon Age. Oh. Dragon Age Origins is actually considered to be the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So it's kind of cool to be able to be in Baldur's Gate and be able to go look over at Dragon Age. Like, I get what they were trying to do.
Oh, okay.
It's cool to see that sort of stuff. Especially since they had to go and make basically a brand new world after they were done with Baldur's Gate. And then they made another all-new world in sci-fi this time, and it was so cool.
What was that?
Mass Effect. Mass Effect is also BioWare property.
Interesting.
Yeah. So these people have a wide history of being really involved in making super involved story-based RPGs.
Right.
I'll say personally speaking that Mass Effect and Dragon Age are not necessarily as involved as Baldur's Gate is or Neverwinter Nights is, but
right.
They're definitely still really cool to see and all that stuff, you know?
Heck yeah.
Whenever I can buy... Oh, I cleared the cargo net, finally. Whenever I can buy... Shop. Clothing.
Oh, that's right, the customization stuff. Is your shop different than mine? Can you go back to the main categories? I'm curious if the other stuff is there.
Oh yeah, it's just clothing and it's just modifications, like putting stuff.
Oh, okay. So everything else that I buy is available to you too.
Basically, yes.
Except the soap stuff, which I did buy a soap container, but I don't think you have access to it. You can check though if you want.
Street. There's a street. Oh, my back. I'm gonna buy the black outfit and the black gloves.
Oh, you want black?
Yeah.
Ooh. What are you mourning?
How do I? My hopes and dreams. Why?
Oh no.
You asked.
I actually think that's patently false about you right now, because you're kind of on an upturn with your life.
I am. I've really been working hard.
I mean, that's not inherently the reasoning, but I get it. I just meant that your life is going really good, and like it has an upward trajectory, and that's great.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird thinking about that. Like, I've actually, in probably one of the happiest times of my entire life. Like I think about this sometimes, where I'm so goddamn happy that, because there's the server that Chris and I met on, which I won't name here. I became a moderator of.
It's very naughty.
Don't tell them that.
No, you're right. It's for business taxes.
It's for business taxes. I'm a moderator of a Discord that does business taxes.
We're furries. You know what we're on about.
I still wonder if you're a furry or if you're just like a D&D fantasy-esque person who just enjoys occasional furry
There's a bunch of overlap. I mean, I'm also a brony, so like there's a lot of overlap that's just sort of creating me.
That's completely fair, yeah. But yeah, no, I became a moderator in there fairly quickly, and like literally every time I show up in there, people love to see me. People are happy to see me, and I've never had that before. I've never had it where it's like, yeah, we're so everyone's like, woo, there you are, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I love myself now.
It's also just a community of like all the people who actually like talk there, and to be fair, there's a lot of people that just kind of lurk, but all the people that talk there, they all like know everybody else that talks there, and it's kind of like, if we were talking like real life examples, it would be like a very close knit neighborhood, you know, like when you go out on your porch and you wave to your neighbors and they wave back, and you have, you know, lovely conversations as you walk your dogs together, and it's like that's what it feels like to me. And this is actually the first time I've experienced that myself as well. It was really, it's really nice.
Yeah. And I'm super happy to be part of something where everyone's like, yeah. And you know, you're also the same way in that everyone is like, holy shit, because you go by Meepo there as like your PNG tuber.
Oh yeah, character. Yeah. That's my character.
And everyone calls him Meepo. Everyone absolutely adores you.
I'm honestly like rethinking my like standard username, the Razor Brownie, because it's like, I don't know, but I haven't thought of like anything that really stands out as a better option yet, so that's what it's gonna be for now. I might change it eventually though. I'd love to like lean into the Meepo thing, but it's like obviously at Meepo, not available anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like Meepo's probably taken.
Well, yeah, of course it is, because that's a name from the Volo's Guide. It's one of the 20 names for kobolds listed in the names for kobolds list.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God damn it.
That's how I named that character, because it was my first kobold, and I was just like, huh. I don't know how to name a kobold, and I at the time I didn't know that the fantasy name generator website existed. And so it was just like, all right, let's just fucking roll on the table. Oh, I didn't even roll. I was just like, okay, let's look at the table. Meepo, I like that. Let's just go with that. And that's how the character was made.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The story behind my character is probably a lot nerdier.
Your character's
which is
name,
weird.
right?
My character has my name. It's Penelope.
Okay, it's your Sona then. It's not like a dedicated character.
Yeah. It's mine's inspired by the Caves of Quud, which is a RPG game I'm incredibly fond of. I would absolutely love to
You're gonna say I would kill for that game.
No. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't. But my whole point was I would kill to show that game off on stream. The only problem is that game is basically impossible to stream.
Yeah.
Okay. It's impossible to stream in a way that I think would be entertaining for other people.
Yeah, that's the downside. There's a lot of games that we enjoy that are just like not cool to stream.
Yeah, like I don't know how popular Quid is on Twitch. I've never really checked thinking about it, but I've also I guess I could check on that sometime. I know the full release is supposed to be this year.
You could?
I could. Yeah, fuck you. Caves of Quid, or by its acronym COC, is it's basically a it's an adventure role-playing game where you basically play as either a mutated human or you play as a cybernetically augmented human in a post-apocalyptic transhumanist civilization. Transhumanism being like people have figured out how to augment their bodies and such, or are just basically genetic freaks. And my character is one of those genetic freaks. I am a Hindran, which is like a deer centaur.
Hun, I don't think you're that much of a freak.
Oh no, trust me. Hindran do not always look like they have 4 legs. Sometimes they have like 8.
No, Hun, the joke was I was making it personal.
I know. I'm not feeding your joke. Anyway,
the joke has died due to starvation.
It did, and I killed it. Anyway,
what a negligent joke owner.
I wasn't the joke owner. You were the joke owner. You gave it to me for 2 days, and I forgot to feed it.
Oh, you're a bad joke sitter.
Yeah, I'm the joke sitter.
No, this joke is not going so well. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, I love the character design. I have another Sona who I have a ton of art of that I haven't really shown on the server, which is my apple deer Honeycrisp. They're an apple and they are a deer. I love them to death. Absolutely wonderful character. I have an artist who makes a ton of art for her as well, who I will rep to the heavens and back. Chives, who is on the same server that Meepo and I are on. I called you Meepo. I just did it.
The server which will not be named.
Yes.
That's what we should call it from now on, by the way.
Yeah, the server that will not be named. But yeah, no, I absolutely adore my 2 Sonas, and I debate which one's my true Sona all the time.
That sounds like a both furry and trans problem to have. It
is. It's a very furry and trans problem to have, let me tell you.
Yeah. Come on, give me the ding. Yeah.
That sweet drug. The ding.
God damn it.
Can you spray the outside of these slats for me?
I can.
Thank you. I'm going to get the inside of these slats over here.
Rotate. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Yodi. That's very sweet of you. Your dear girl is also very cute.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we set each other up.
I'm thinking of a not safe for work mod all of a sudden. Moving on.
Oh my god.
I think your brain went the same direction, didn't it?
After you said that, I was like, oh my god. No. But yeah, definitely. I'm super biased towards deer and deer girls, especially. Yodi's deer girl is very cute. Love that art. I want to see more art of it, Yodi. So you better start posting it.
Make it happen.
If you two have a Sona or a D&D character you have art for, or any sort of thing you have art for, post it on the server. I'd love to see it. I really would.
We love art, especially of silly little boys and girls. Silly little guys and gals. That's better.
Post the folder. Post the folder. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, the inside of these roofs are all fucked. Oh,
yep.
God. And the roof themselves.
The kids have
fucked.
shit everywhere.
On the roof. Jesus
It's
Christ.
on the ceiling.
Get the ladder. Except the NSFW one. I appreciate you not sharing the NSFW one.
Yeah.
We don't have. I don't want to deal with that sort of stuff right now for moderating the Twitch channel or
I think there are other places that can be shared.
That being said, if you want to DM it to me, you are more than your power to.
Oh dear. We're opening those floodgates, huh?
No, just this one time.
Oh.
Just this once. You may DM it to me. If anyone else DMs me, I'll haunt you.
We do not want to receive dick pics.
I don't. And if anyone sends me them, I'll find you.
I'll find your dick.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Oh my gosh. We're in another ad break. This is a great time for a conversation card.
When did I learn I was a dominatrix? That's a great question, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah,
I actually
welcome.
I actually learned a long time ago that I feel really confident when I'm in control. Especially during times where it's like, yeah, I can hold power of someone. It helps them feel very comfortable.
What's that, Twitch? Oh, we're banned? Yeah, I understand.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and pull the card. I meant to stop that joke earlier, but I was like, I'm just going to be real.
Oh, no. I feel like some of these cards are designed for groups larger than 2 people. Who in your friend group is the funniest?
Who in our friend group is the funniest?
Like, do we have a larger friend group?
It's us. It's us.
Yeah, I feel like it's us.
We're both gonna be each other's funniest.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna be right back while this ad break's going.
Okay. Gotta pull another card and blindside her with it when she gets back.
I am back.
Oh my. Well then, it's time for
I blindsided you this time.
It's time for you to answer. Who do you go to for advice?
You.
Well, that was easy. Like for everything?
A lot of stuff, basically. Like,
wow.
I'll go to you for advice a lot of times.
That's a lot of pressure.
I go to my partners for a lot of advice too. I just think in the context of the conversation though, it really depends on what I'm going to ask about.
Well, that's kind of the way that question tends to would go, right? Is it depends on the topic, but like I'm like everybody's got a short list of people they go to advice for. Obviously,
you are 1000% always the person I go to for tech advice.
Right. I'm happy to hear that because that's kind of my whole persona, and without it, I am nobody.
Wow. You're a complex and deep human being, Chris.
Yes, I am.
I didn't mean that as a slight. I mean you're more than just the help you provide.
I sometimes wonder if I'm just an AI pretending to be a person. Honestly, for me, my list of people who I go to advice are the people that I trust the most. That is really the only factor, basically, and it just depends on which person I think will be able to help me the most with a particular situation, or I might even go to multiple people and get their advice, like multiple pieces of advice from different perspectives. So my father's on that list.
I was gonna say I have a feeling you probably went to your dad for for a long time.
He's got the biggest understanding of me, so it's just he's a good person to go to it for advice because he gives me advice that is actually applicable to my life situation, you know. I sometimes go to my mom or my grandfather, my mom's father specifically, because he's an intelligent business person, but to an extent. Like he owned a small business before he retired, so like he's the person I go to for that sort of advice. And my mother was an accountant, and also an artist. So she's got a bit of a creative mind these days. Apparently, the way to turn an accountant into a creative artist is force them to be incapable of being an accountant. That's.
Jeez, how'd that happen?
It was an accident that thankfully it's a incredibly not very impactful disability, but even still, like she's not able to work anymore.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Either way, she's become incredibly creative, and because of that, her art gets better every year.
That's cool.
Yeah. And of course I go to Penelope when I need very personal, friendly advice.
Mm-hmm.
So
what strawberries are the best to buy at the supermarket?
I don't buy fruit.
I've told you to buy fruit, Chris.
They invite insects into my abode.
Then you buy insect spray. You need fruit. Get it in a can if you have to.
There is no spray that I can spray in my house that kills insects that does not also poison me and my cats.
Just buy fruit. What are you doing? Hang on, did I ever get that? Hang on, let me check something. I didn't. I was just checking to see if
my views on efficiency have thoroughly ruined my ability to grocery shop.
Get it in a can if you have to. Get like peaches in a can. Peaches in a can are really great. You can use the peaches in a can.
Also, peaches are not a super pleasant fruit for me.
What about mandarins?
Fruits
you see what I do with chat?
Fruits are just a very intense flavor. I think that's part of my problem. I don't really like super sweet flavors or anything like that.
Well, then get berries. Berries don't spike your blood pressure.
They're not necessarily. Berries are great.
Then get more berries.
They're expensive.
You can grow some berries. Blueberries are remarkably easy
I live
to grow.
in Canada.
Well,
I also don't own my property.
Your dad would 1,000% let you grow berries.
Would.
Don't give me that.
Damn it! My excuse failed.
Yeah, it did, because I know you, and I know your dad from everything. I know for 1,000% fact he would let you grow your own berries if you asked him to.
Yeah, but I'm also like despise the outdoors.
He would ask you to. He would even probably build you a planter.
Oh, almost certainly. But then I would have one of the things that I try to avoid most in life, and that's people constantly asking to have my things.
What do you mean? Where they ask you to eat your berries?
Yeah! They would definitely ask for some berries.
Fucking give them some berries. You're not going to go through an entire berry bush worth of berries.
You don't know me. You don't know my berry needs.
You don't eat enough berries right now.
That's just because I don't have berries. If I have berries, I will eat. Oh shit! She pulled out the full name.
Yes, and you know why you don't eat enough berries? Because they're expensive. So I'm telling you, grow a berry bush. And then you're like, no, I'm gonna have too many berries, and people are gonna ask me to berries. That's not a problem to have, Chris. That's a great problem to have. That's so good. You could even sell the extra berries at a farmer's market.
Yeah, but that is a lot of effort for berries all of a sudden. Like, see, this is the problem I have. This is the efficiency problem. Well, then that's just wasting effort.
No, it's not, because you put the berries back into the next harvest.
That's not how that's just a cyclical waste of effort. That's like lifting something and then lowering it, and then lifting it and then lowering it for no reason other than lifting and lowering it. And that's why I don't.
No, because you're getting berries out of it. Because you know what? Because you'd have enough berries, and the rest of the berries you don't want could go back into composting, and then you could just, if you have food that you don't eat that you can compost, you just throw it in, you compost it, and you put it in your blueberry.
Okay, but composting brings its own problems.
You're a smart man, Chris.
I am, and that's why I'm avoiding all these issues.
No, you're a smart man. That means you can come up with solutions to these problems. I believe in you.
I'm
You posted the art folder. I'm gonna look at it.
Yes, but no. See, that's the problem that everyone doesn't think about. It's that coming up with a solution is in itself requires effort.
It's a zip file.
There's a folder?
So I'm going to. Yeah, it's a zip file. So I'm going to download it. Oh. I swear to God, if you gave me a zip bomb, I'm banning you. I trust you. But I'm banning.
Yeah. This is a bad precedent to set. Like, if you could just post the art as an image, that's fine.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna look into this right now. This is the only time.
Well, there's a lot of onlys happening today, huh?
No, it's because I like Yodi's art so much. I'm willing, and they've been around our community so much. Like, you know what? I'll just look at the art. I know they're not gonna send me a zip bomb. Besides, I don't think you can actually send zip bombs on Discord anymore. I think the file size for a zip bomb just doesn't make sense. Oh. And I've said that word too many times now, and so I'm gonna shut up with that word. Yeah, just in case Twitch is like, why are you saying that word?
Yeah, the FBI is just like, she's saying bomb too much.
Yeah, it's not okay. So, I trust Yodi. I trust Yodi. Okay. I don't think that's necessarily bad.
So what we're setting a precedence for is that people we trust we're willing to take extreme risks for, and the next person that we trust is going to horribly betray that.
No.
This is how my brain works. Ah.
Hun.
Anyways, I need a
razor.
No. I need the stool, and this conversation is over because I'm on a stool now. I can't hear you from up here.
You can't hear me from up there? How's the weather up there? Huh? What the fuck just happened?
Oh no, your connection timed out. What the fuck?
Oh no! Invite me back in.
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. Right, my invite button doesn't work. You're gonna have to just find me and join me.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Don't look at my people. Don't look at my people.
No, don't worry. I went to the break screen. We're fine.
Oh, okay. You're good.
We're good?
Yeah, you're good.
We're back in? Woo!
Yeah, I'm loading back in. Yeah, you're fine.
Sweet. Okay. Is this? Oh, it's clean. Okay.
Yeah, we're almost done. I think this is gonna be the only structure we clean today.
Yeah, it is. That's fine.
Besides that dirt bike.
That's gonna be what happens from now on. It's gonna be like it's gonna be one thing per day. Do you have a ladder? Oh, you do.
I do.
I was like, suddenly there's a bunch of ghost ladders around, and I'm like, I didn't sign up to be haunted today.
Don't worry. That was all in the zip file.
Oh. The ghosts of ladders past.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a bunch of shit. I was like, which shit do I clean up next?
I'm gonna look in this art folder really quickly. On top of this ladder. No, I downloaded it. Now I'm at.
Oh my.
Yeah, because it's a zip file. You can't open zip files on Discord.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry. Oh shit! Get off my screen. There it goes. Stupid thing.
God damn okay, this is why we don't handle zips, and we especially don't do shit on stream.
Well, I want to see, just in case Yodi has to go.
But what Yodi can do is they can send it to you, and then you can look at it later. Just don't clear the notification too early.
I love this, by the way. Your dear girl is still very cute. I think I've seen a couple of these, but I haven't seen all of them. So very cute. I love the heterochromia, by the way. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say, I love looking at art of characters. And this is not like prompted as a criticism of Yodi's, because I haven't actually seen much of their art. I'm just saying, as like an issue that I think plagues the furry and brony community when it was still prevalent is characters that are over designed, you know, like there's too much going on.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, there's a really famous example.
I'm not super okay with. It's kind of like the rainbow dog scenario. It's like, that's...
No. I totally get it. And I have a famous example for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's this red kobold who has a top hat, right?
Excuse you?
And the candle on the top hat changes. It changes color based on mood.
Okay,
and you know what's really over designed?
Oh, no.
There's this lizard named Fluffy.
That's not over designed.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I meant visually. The backstory can be as big as it wants to be. Fucking.
I'm hopping from roof to rooftop over here.
Oh, is that what that's called when you call me out? Hopping from rooftop to rooftop over here.
I literally hopped from one rooftop to another up here.
Nice.
To clean this other roof.
I'm up here too now.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you such a hard time.
I mean, to be fair, like that threshold is different depending on the character, but I appreciate a design that is beautiful yet simple. Like it doesn't try to be a big thing. But it's just like unique in itself. That's all. So if anyone out there is thinking of designing a character, design the character however you want, and then think about what you could remove without compromising the character. Because I bet you'll find a few things. For example, actually, Meebo's like visual design was a little bit more complex before we designed it for the PNG tubers. And I was like, let's remove these things because it'll make it easier to like digest when it's on screen. And yeah, that's just like it's a good practice to be in if you're getting a new character commissioned or drawing it yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, the Meepo's face in your PFP and Discord is rounder, and I actually prefer your PNG.
It is the same artist. I don't know how that is even possible.
No, I'm not joking. Like if you can, like when I'm looking at the
it
one
might just be slightly
in your
different angle, honestly.
It could. Let me take a look here. Let me fuck. It is a slightly different angle. The one in Twitch is 3/4, and Meepo in your PFP on Discord is, I think, frontward facing.
Yep.
If like, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one you have for the stream. The one you have for the stream is actually, I think, is the superior looking Meepo.
Thank you. I feel like the superior Meepo.
You are the best possible Meepo. Can you buy cleaning liquid? See if I get it, please. I want to see if I get it.
No, just all you need to do is hit E, check your extension. No, not the extension. Where is it? Nozzle, and see if you have the soap nozzle.
Do you have a soap nozzle?
I do, and you don't. So yeah, you won't get it.
Aww.
Sorry. Yeah, that's something I was just looking up before stream. It was like, how do you fix the money thing? And it's like the host has the money. Also, the soap nozzle is only available to the host. It's like, oh. I guess there's probably just like some programming compromises and that caused that.
Yeah, fair. You know what I want? I would love this game to have realistic water. I'd love this game to have drip water. I'd love to see an Unreal Engine 5 version of this game.
I think that'd be really cool visually. I think it would also make the game more than it needs to be, and that would actually detriment it.
You think so? I think that'd look really good for this game.
This game is visually beautiful without being graphically intensive. And like a big thing to consider about video games is that if it runs poorly, it doesn't matter how pretty it is. And
well, yeah, true.
And the accessibility of a video game is partially dependent on how easy it is for something like a computer to run it. And so you get a larger market share. It's like being bisexual compared to being straight or gay. It's like you have more customers that you can sell your game to. And so more
I am so glad I have the most commercially viable sexuality. Thank you. I am so happy.
I'm glad I explained it that way.
That my sexuality is the most commercially available option. No, that would be pansexual, wouldn't it?
It depends on your definitions, but yeah.
It would actually, because I actually learned, someone who is really smart, my partner, explained to me that, and this is something that helped me out a lot, because some people, awful people have come up to me before, is like, bisexuality is transphobic, or it's homophobic in certain ways. But no, bisexuality doesn't mean you like both men and women. It means you like 2 or more genders. And that helped me a lot for being okay and telling people, no, I'm not some asshole. I'm bi, and this is how I am.
Yeah. Isn't the difference between bi and pansexual? It's like bi, you appreciate both genders physically or visually or whatever, and like pan is you like people depending on the person.
No. It's the main difference from what I've explained, or one that's explained to me, it's like pansexual is you're attracted to all genders.
Okay.
Bisexual means you're attracted to 2 or more genders.
That sounds like the same thing mathematically to me.
Well, no, because there's more than 2 genders.
Yeah, but you said 2 or more genders for bisexual.
So like
that means greater than 1, which is all. It does include all mathematically.
Well, yeah, but okay. So it's a bounded sequence. Like you could have up to 3. You could be attracted to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But pansexual is they're attracted to all genders.
So pansexual is technically bisexual, but bisexual is not pansexual. Because
I wouldn't think about it like that, because it's not. We shouldn't look at gender as a mathematical equation. That's not great.
I'm all right. Well,
avoid doing that one. But no. It's like the thing is that when we're talking about sexuality, we try to avoid mathematical labels. But you can, if you want to express it, you can express it. There's that theory if you really want to.
There is a the way I tend to just like consider sexuality is it's an individually defined thing, and the labels really don't mean much, because the alternative in my brain is to mathematically define them. Like there's no in between in my brain, and so it's like for my own sanity, that's what I do, is I just deal with it like that. This one. Like, I just let each person tell me what their sexuality means, or I just let them live in it, because honestly, I don't need to know.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, no, I think that's the best way to do it, really. Honestly, it's like...
Yeah, we did it!
Hey! Wow, that took 2.5 hours.
Woo!
Oh, I want to watch this.
Look at this time lapse!
You can see me doing, like, the big ring thing, and then I get distracted and go off and do other things.
Yeah. Heck yeah!
Wow, that's a clean playground.
That was so satisfying. Oh, also the city's name is Muckingham.
Muckingham. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, that was something.
Oh, I was reading the text over on the left here, and I was like, is this like the lore? It's sort of the lore, but not really. I was reading it, it's like, I've got a frankly ridiculous situation on my hands. You see, some of the local children have been coming down with a curious and unsightly form of, and I'm like, oh no, are they gonna say diarrhea? Like, dermatitis. And I'm like, how does that cause muck? And a few fretful folk have been putting it down to the condition of the recreation. Oh, they're getting it beat from the dirt. That's weird. Well, whatever. That was my brain process. Hey, we can buy a new power washer.
Nice. What are we getting?
Get the medium duty one for 900. Huzzah! We have it.
Yes, buy that. Oh my God. Gimme.
Oh, but that means we need to rebuy our nozzles.
I mean, I still got my 15 nozzle, so 15 degree nozzle is my beloved.
Yeah. I'll get the spitting one though because I have the money for it. There we go. Nice. Oh, right. You can change between power washers, so you can still use the old nozzles. Stop it! Cut it out.
My aim is superior.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It is. Because you know why? Because I'm all over you.
Cut it out. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching while she continues to have fun with the power washer. We're gonna wrap up here. It was a great time streaming with you all today. If you liked what you saw here, join us on Discord. Subscribe on Twitch if you do have the money for it. We'd love your support. And subscribe to us on YouTube. That's where we upload our streams. And if you ever are in a situation where you can't watch the stream in the moment, and you still want to experience our lovely voices and our funny antics and our deep emotional conversations, then
I'm power washing his junk while he's talking, ladies and gentlemen.
The deepest emotional conversations. We'll
it's moving it backwards.
We'd love to see you there. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube and you made it this far, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Either way, we'll be back on Friday. Are we sticking to that schedule?
Yeah, we'll stick to that schedule.
Okay. We'll be back on Friday at the same time, same great channel, where we're going to be doing something else. Probably a speed run. I feel like that's a good call for this week. Yeah, join the Discord if you want to be updated on, our stream schedule. If there's any changes to that, that's where we post them. And if we decide to change games, that's where we'll tell you. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Stay awesome.
Have a great one.
And we'll see you on Friday.
Bye.